if any of us wake up and realise that we are, well, half clothing, not entirely human. The world is in a perilous state. Armageddon is upon us. And your own mother is a... what, a giant mech? Actually, if any of us have that kind of moment in life, then I'm pretty sure the world is already done for. Luckily though, I still think there's a bit of a chance in Kill la Kill. You want to see how it's all solved, how they come together to topple a seemingly insurmountable foe. Will anyone stay dressed by the end of it? We may want to find out. Let's go. And just like how it all began, we are back at the school. That is definitely one way of working together. Those poor students. They are doing their best. He hasn't ever really been too effective, has he? Thanks, Marco. She has a great way of making it understandable for the layman. Keep it to 5 words or less. And being able to shatter her blades just like that. Using the design flaws of the weapons themselves there. Those little circles in the middle, yep, they don't have a sharp edge. How many stars are in that one? So the power that they were relying on in the clothing... oh no! They're gonna have to use their own moxie, their own internal strength. Right. Any particular reason why she is designed to be a giant moth? So the outside world is still relatively ignorant of what's going on. Isn't there a news organisation that would be like multinational to at least get some sort of story like this out? Pop. Isn't nature beautiful? It can create an organism that lives and reproduces in such a manner. Maybe you'll actually be effective at any point. DTR. My hopes were immediately squashed. Yep, why would you throw it away? And what we thought... it's not how liquid flows, but I guess if it's alive... what we thought was over there is now... being used against them again. It's... Gamagori. He will make his presence the size of Jupiter if he has to. It is apparently impossible to move when you're under the effects of the absolute domination. But you can't stop Marco's mouth. She was trying. Not quite as animated as before. He's not going to stop being the shield, is he? At his overwhelming stature there, is Nui going to flinch at all? Probably not. The man mountain has fallen. If you can't move while wearing them, why wear anything? You are... Yeah, that's what I... Yep, somewhere in between. A grey area. If Nui is immune to the absolute domination, she would be as well. Out of everyone, I don't think I'd be worrying about Gamagori. You can't have a serious... You can't have a serious scene like that where you're expecting, oh, Gamagori's dead. Oh no! Yeah, thanks, Nui, pointing out what we're already looking at. And then give us Marco's face and overreaction. Well, not overreaction, but reaction to it. There's not much well, she can constantly heal, but the thing is, it still hurts. When did that happen? Was it when she wore him? Or has she always been able to hear him, just not said anything? When things look dire... Oh, someone was forgotten about. So... Oh, she's been saved. Not that I think anyone cares. Although anyone that gets thrown against a big concrete pillar like that probably isn't okay. Good. Now they are back. They have their uniforms. They have some strength to fight. The club presents are in there as well. Well, I want to see more of Marco's fighting skills and abilities. You are a cross of both, and instead of leeching off one another, working as a sort of harmony. And whenever you hear the theme tune kick in, you know things are about to be quite enjoyable. Ah. He's downloading them. It's fine, you're not murdering actual people, so go ahead. Yep. Couldn't keep a good man down. Of course he is. And after that, after taking Sasuke's blade, well, the sheath of her blade, all that time ago, He's learned his lesson slightly. Gamagori has a bit more effect on everything going on than the others. Wait, what? Whatever. Well, you can actually do something now. Was this entire plan of theirs just so they could use that one line? I wouldn't be surprised. Nice fountain. But things are looking... So they're going far too slowly, smoothly. The final boss has something else. See? Cast away your... yeah... I mean, there's self-sacrifice, and then there's whatever the hell you'd class this as. She had been forged into... don't even know what to call it. The transmitter maybe destroyed the barriers back, and now it's got a face. I want it gone again. Went inside of her face. It was only a matter of time until Ragyu tried to get inside someone. I wonder if she had fun recording this scream. Thanks for telling us. I hope they've got a way up there. So the final confrontation is going to be in space? Odd way of activating it. It's good that you can pick out where it is. Just show prominent landmarks. That's not what she was talking about. Ah, when she comes back. Yeah, raise those flags. The whole point of this is just so you can go and eat ice cream and snacks, isn't it? Well, now she has to come back. Yep, whichever's more important. Okay. She has that kind of power, does she? If she was able to harness that from the beginning, this show would be a lot different. The binding has been lifted. He has his eye. Some might say that these outfits are a little extravagant. Personally, I think that's just how... this is the evolution of fashion. how stoic and cool they all looked while bearing all. Things haven't gone quite to plan yet. If she had decided to actually just, get rid of Ryoko at any point instead of keeping her alive and leaving those loose ends, her plan might have been realised. Now the blade has been repaired. Yeah, it didn't look too effective. Those scissors would be slightly unwieldy. So what is she going to be able to do if she can't use the weapons that have been so heavily relied on? Get pierced through, apparently. Is there some fallback plan that her father created and put in place in case Ryoko had actually gotten to this point? But seeing the vastness of the universe here, and I think the planet-destroying life fiber entities probably aren't the biggest threat out there. True. You're gonna have to try harder than that. Oh, of course. Growing horns. As if you wanted to hammer the point home even more. Is there a limit to her regeneration? And just like before, when you got the song kicking, yeah, she's like a berserker. Well, she didn't really dodge it. Well, it doesn't kill you, only makes you stronger, apparently. In a literal sense of this one. Huh. An understated section of song. Ah. They are neither and both. Well, they can if you try hard enough. I think they left it at the storyboarding stage. But it's damn cool. She's overpowering them. Yep. Well done, scientist man. You have saved the world, not that you had known. Yeah, that's cool and all, they're all saved, but re-entering the atmosphere, not many people would be able to survive that. Certainly seems that way, yeah. Do you think she's going to give up? Ah. Trying to go out on her own terms. We've just, what? Staved off the attack for a little while longer. Bye. Kind of it's affecting him as well. And after all of that energy, the way it all just petered out. This is one way to end it all, but we do get new clothes and replace them every now and again. You can't stick with the same kind of thing all too long. Those flashes. That kind of impact, though, would be devastating. Terminal velocity and... Well, if Gamagori can't hold it back... Yeah, go Guts. Success! I'm not sure why the butler was here. Maybe just to make sure everyone has tea after the battle. The world has been almost irreparably damaged. Oh. Okay. What the hell was this journey? So does she still have her super healing after... After the absolute domination kind of just melted everything away? She doesn't seem too impressed or willing to go on this date. I like her with short hair. Kamagori. Ah, he's so precious. We all need a giant protector. What do you think? Did that end off nicely? Wrap everything up? Well, evidently not, because there's an OVA, so there's more to see. And I am more than willing to watch that as well. Ordinarily, when there's a large quantity of people, all naked and piled on top of each other, that might be something of note. And yet in Kill la Kill, it's just another occurrence. Was there any point at all in having that assistant character for Ragyu? Because I don't think she did anything. You know, this show, if nothing else, well, while talking about clothes, has really shown that fanaticism and extremism over pretty much anything can be very bad. In this case, it's fashion. And if it can cause this kind of damage, what else do we need to look out for? Especially when it's something that we rely on practically every day of our lives, in this case, clothing. I don't think you can weaponize oxygen. But if you could, I'm not sure there'd be a way of fighting it. But if you enjoyed this and Sengetsu Sacrifice and want to be wrapped up in the big embracing arms of Gamagori, because I know I do, let me know down below in the comment section. You know, Kill la Kill really did manage to blur the lines between actual plot and that kind of plot. So, at one point I just stopped noticing it. Wow. Almost. But one thing I have learned, if there's anything you want to fight for, make sure that you have the ability to rend a hole in time and space and perform an elaborate pantomime. What would we do without Marco? But I think be slightly less confused. But if you want to make sure not to miss out the OVA, the final send-off for Kill la Kill, make sure to join me again. See you there. If you want to keep my channel going and safe, luckily you don't have to sacrifice yourself to the burning fires of re-entering the atmosphere. You can merely just look onto my Patreon instead. So, Sal, Raywin, Electric Ant, Arthea, Shiwan, Mecha, Jennifer Rojas, Stingsfire, Big Boy, Mats, Rasmus Paulson, Girly, Darkshow, 7899 and everyone else. Without you, my channel would be a lifeless husk and a very underfed life fibre.